Ohio, so everyone's miserable, and that's why.
Especially being in the valley. But I mean, like, it's a very Appalachian style, but it's like you will not run into a dude at least like 50 and above in East Liverpool who isn't like fucking awesome at the acoustic. You know?
Dude, there's guitar players in East Liverpool, or like pretty much the Ohio Valley in general, are a dime a fucking dozen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, good luck.
Actually, good guitarists too. Like we're pretty blessed to have like really good guitarists.
No, good luck finding a good bass player. Or a drummer.
Yeah,
It's you guys are fucking. Every one of you are in fucking 6 bands.
Yeah.
But
but Blake was always just nervous aggression.
Yeah,
that was actually.
That's right. You did.
That was pretty
You didn't
helpful.
stray.
No.
You're brand loyal.
Oh, yeah. Colors.
Steve's in a couple side projects, but it doesn't interfere. Like, he's free to fucking be an awesome drummer. I mean, he's a really good drummer too.
He does some cool stuff.
Yeah.
He compliments Alex well.
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
man. By the way, not this weekend, but next weekend we're going into the studio for a full
pimp
length.
your shit,
boy!
boy!
We're actually laying down scratches for the full length. We're trying to have it released by spring, and we're going on a tour with Lockjaw down to Louisiana. We're looking at about 6-7 dates.
There you go.
Start in Kentucky, go through. I want to do like Oklahoma, Texas.
Why not add more? Add 14.
Well, Steve can't get that kind of time off work, But
it'd be awesome if he could.
Yeah, it would be great.
He'd be a lot cooler if he could.
Yeah.
How bad do you really need that job, Steve? How dedicated is you, son?
He is a master at the custodial arts, man.
Oh, no doubt.
That's what he does. He's a. I don't know what his specific title. He's basically a janitor at the school.
Ain't no shame in that game.
No,
fucking.
He makes decent money. He's got his own apartment and shit. Like he's doing all right. Yeah.
Yeah, if you pay your bills.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah, son.
Good.
Dude, if Taco Bell would pay me enough to support my family, I'd probably go work at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't eat anything there no more, but like, I would definitely go there to smell stuff.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I'd be sitting there eating a bowl full of meat.
Are you doing keto now, or
No, I'm just doing extremely low carb.
Well, that's keto. Just keep them under 20. I think it's keep them under 20 or 30 to enter ketosis.
Oh no shit.
That's all it takes.
No, I stayed around between 20 and 30.
Yeah, I think that still counts.
Like I stay enough that when I have a cheat meal, I fucking feel like death for like 72 hours.
Dude.
Or 36 hours.
Yeah.
Rather.
Dude, fucking, I had a burger the other day with Derek because I told him we'd go to Brickers the day after his birthday, and so finally 2.5 weeks later, I'm bringing the boy a goddamn Brickers burger. So, and we went, got burgers and stuff, chilled, watched some Rick and Morty, whatever, and dude, I felt like ass for sure into the next day. Like
Really?
I felt so bad. Yeah, I still do wings once a week.
You're giving it a
But-
shot though, right?
What do you mean?
The fucking low carb thing?
Eventually, yeah. It's just because like I'm trying to learn exactly where like there's a lot of carbs in carrots. I don't know if you knew that or not, but there's
Blew
a lot
my
of
mind when he told me.
Yeah,
I had no
and
idea.
cucumber has a
Yeah.
lot of carbs in it. Like it's just random shit you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, almost every fruit.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
eat
fruits out. Oh, and low sugar. You got to do low sugar as well as low carb.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
keto.
The whole like low fat thing, that's bullshit. It's low sugar. That's what
That's what fucks people up.
Well, yeah, because it could be low fat, but then you look at it and it's like, oh, this has like
Have you ever
4 cans of pop.
Have you ever noticed
Sugar
how
amounts
Steve
of sugar
Ranella?
in it, you know?
You remember that Steve Ranella dude I
Yeah.
showed you? Have you ever noticed he's 45 and he looks 31?
I didn't know he was 45.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah. Well, he's been like, I mean, he doesn't exactly know what ketogenic is, but since he's a kid, he's just lived off of game, meat, and vegetables, green vegetables. Like that's all he ate as a kid. That's
I eat
all
a lot
he
of
eats
broccoli
now.
and cauliflower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cauliflower has carbs in it, by the way. I don't think broccoli does, but
Cauliflower, very little, if any.
yeah. I mean,
Because they tell you to use it for anything.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I figured out how to make pizza again, so we're good there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
I-
it requires a little bit of fucking effort, but
Yeah.
like I can pass one off.
See, I cheat and I use the crust that they sell at like Aldi's, but then I like get canned sauce and make my own, use cheese. Like, oh,
Yeah.
That's good, but making dough, no, fuck that. I don't have time for that.
With the carb thing, like I can't
I'd
have
like
flour
to,
now,
but
so
yeah.
like
We'll do rice flour.
we went rice has carbs. Rice is carbs.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
But
have thought of
almonds,
that. Yeah, almond
Almonds
flour.
have very little, but almond flour is fucking expensive.
Yeah.
But I found a recipe using that, but it's like a cheddar biscuit recipe. I was like, you know what else tastes like cheddar biscuits? Fucking pizza if I want it to. So I've been using that. But that works. Like you gotta compromise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't do it if I couldn't figure shit like that out.
Yeah.
And like taco night, now instead of like meat and rice, I ditched the rice. Instead of like the tortilla shell, I use like a whole lettuce leaf.
Do you use
Yeah, that actually sounds good to me, by the way. And I've heard about like lettuce wrap burgers.
Yeah.
That actually sounds
Yeah.
good to me. Like,
yeah,
that-
they sell one. Like
I'll
when
bet.
we go to Red Robin,
I'll do
sometimes
that.
Rebecca and I, she'll get, because she can't eat gluten, so she'll do that. She'll do a thing up there and they wrap it in like salad for her, or
Yeah,
lettuce.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's
With
like,
all the toppings and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it. I mean,
With
to me,
everything
it
she
actually
likes, it's
sounds
great.
really good.
Yeah, dude, it's totally acceptable.
Yeah,
Like, it's weird the first few times, but
sure. It's not a burger.
Yeah, you're gonna be
anymore.
like,
It's-
well, this
it's
is
a burger salad.
I mean,
now.
and she mainly gets chicken, not beef, but
Right.
it's still it's cool
That
that
still
they do that.
sounds
though,
good,
you know,
though, yeah.
that, like my,
they do
my diet.
sandwiches at Jimmy John's like that, I think, too.
Fucking, if you go to Kroger's, you can get like 10 yogurts for $4.
Really?
Yeah, and they're Carb Master yogurts,
Yeah,
like 4 or 5 grams per cup.
yeah.
There's
That's pretty sweet.
There's breakfast and lunch. I'll have a big honking piece of fucking steak or chicken for dinner with a vegetable, and
Just meat and vegetables. Yeah, that's usually what I try to go for is
then-
meat and vegetables.
to snack, I eat the shit out of fucking pepperoni.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not crazy
like
about
Ricky
pepperoni.
from Trailer
Huh?
Park, like Ricky from Trailer
Is that
Park
what he
Boys.
does?
Yeah.
I can't fucking watch that show.
Yeah, I used to be into it, but
It was cool for a
watched it,
minute,
yeah,
but
watched
then
it
it
for a
was
little
like,
bit.
I just, dude, it
Frig
just,
off, bird.
I understand why people like it, but that just was not my sense of
Yeah.
humor for
Yeah.
some reason.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some times I saw some episodes and I was like laughing out loud pretty hard. I'm like, okay, that's good. But then after that, I'm like, all right, I
Yeah.
get it.
They
yeah.
do. They have a
You
lot
guys
of
do
filler
drugs.
episodes.
Yeah,
I
I
would
get
say.
it.
They
Haha,
beat
it's
that
funny.
fucking
yeah,
that humor into the ground.
yeah.
One of my all-time favorite episodes is when they build a wrestling ring in their yard for Bubbles' birthday. I'm gonna go get my green bastard suit. Like that shit's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't.
Green bastard for parts unknown.
Get in here. You look like an alien. Long, spindly arms.
Yeah.
See, like, I can do It's Always Sunny until the rest of forever.
I've never watched an episode of that.
It
is
starts getting
ever.
really good in the 4th season. I'll
And
say.
it's not that I've
the
just
second season.
It's not that I've just been like, oh, I'm not gonna watch because it's popular. I've just never watched it. Just
Dude, it is.
never did that.
I started paying Hulu $8 a month so I can watch Sunny. I've watched every episode of that every season of that fucking show at least 15 times.
No.
Really?
That's our go-to show. Like when we can't find something to watch, fucking throw Sunny on.
There you go.
We just keep rolling through it.
See, I'm like that with How I Met Your Mother.
I do that too.
Dude, holy fuck. I've seriously like probably 5 or 6 times now watched all the way through
Really?
How I Met Your Mother. By like the 3rd time, I'm not paying attention to half the shit.
Are you watching it on
but
Netflix or you have like a?
Netflix?
All right.
Well, is it on Netflix? I think it switched over to Hulu actually.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
But-
seen it on Netflix in a while.
I just
Yeah, I
didn't
think
know
it's
if like you were
actually-
doing like you had like seasons of the DVD or something.
No, fuck no. I'm not an
Because
old.
dude, I used to do that shit because I didn't have cable.
Yeah.
I
So I
had
just go buy seasons of fucking TV I liked.
I
Yeah,
had when I
there you
first
go.
moved in, I had like season 4, part 2 of Will and Grace, and I watched through that shit like 15 times.
Oh man, the only disc you have.
Yeah, it was just background noise for my fucking drinking, basically. But no, I would just put it on in the morning when I would get ready for work, just to have a TV on. You know what I mean? I wouldn't really pay
Yeah.
too much. It was pretty funny the first time. you
Yeah,
know,
it wasn't bad.
But then, like literally, time number 14 or 15 when I'm going to Eagle Rental. The job. That's the one job. And it's basically what I do now, but I fucking hated Eagle Rental.
The I don't know, man. I think that the How I Met Your Mother thing. I don't know how I got into that. I think I just heard a bunch of people talking about it, and I found a DVD of season 1 for like $10.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I'll give it a shot.
And then you're hooked.
Do you know Joey Diaz was an extra in that?
Really?
Yeah, there's this
Oh,
part.
shit.
I think Marshall's at a baseball game and he like yells at someone because he just broke up with Lily. And yeah, like 4 or 5 rows back, Joey Diaz was like, you know. I guess how he got the part too is like he was going commando to the audition, and when he stood up, his pants got caught in the chair and ripped his pants, and his shit fell out. And then he like covered himself up, looked up, and went, "Did you see the egg roll?" And they immediately gave him the part. They were like, "This guy's fucking incredible," and he's like, "Oh, I didn't even read though." Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd be like, dude, you're hired.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
You'd be a permanent character forever now on the show.
Whatever you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want paid? What are they paying you? We'll double it. You know, it's like, oh.
I kind of feel bad for that dude though. Right now.
Who, Joey Diaz?
Yeah, because I guess his special fucking didn't end up the way he wanted it.
Yeah, I heard that. Dude, and
bad.
I saw he had a special on CISO, and it was okay. But when I
Oh.
saw him live, it was incredible. It
Really?
was really good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was fucking, like...
He was on
just-
that night. He was good.
He opened up, did like 2 bits about Permanis, and then like...
Yeah.
And then just started bullshitting with the crowd. Just not doing crowd work, but just like this one time... I got Eddie Bravo thinking Joe's in the CIA and shit like that. Like,
Yeah, it was me, my fiance, and Aaron, or LeRoii, or whatever he's known as. And
LeRoii.
yeah, LeRoii. And LeRoii. And
On Hot
yeah, we went
102.
up. Where was it that we saw him? Up in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh
somewhere.
Improv.
Oh, yeah, improv. Yeah, but it was great.
I saw
It was
Bert
great.
Kreischer there.
yeah.
Oh, my God. I'm sure that was intense.
It was fantastic. Like, I sat there and I watched him tell the Russian mafia story like it was the first time I've ever heard it. I heard that story about 50 fucking times, but I'm sitting there like, just with,
And then what happened?
yeah, with bated breath. Just,
Was he shirtless?
oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, but then you got your money's worth.
Oh, yeah. He came out to Woman by Kesha.
That's hilarious.
I'm a motherfucking woman, baby, that's
Joey
right.
Diaz came out to fucking Sweet Leaf.
Really?
That was incredible.
Yeah.
And he walked out. You just see smoke pouring out of the backstage room, and he's walking out holding a bottle of water, like, like he's fucking stoned.
The guy that opened for him was pretty good, too. I
Yeah,
liked
K
him.
Rogue.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah,
He
I
was
got a
good.
DVD from him. He just like took it out of the plastic and signed it. I was like, oh, cool.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Well, did you watch, did you ever hear of Taylor Tomlinson?
No, I
Is
don't
that a
think
handsome
so.
brother?
Jonathan Taylor Thomas,
Jonathan Taylor. Dude,
a.k.a. Chanel West Coast.
No, she was Minkus on Boy Meets World.
That's right.
Which, by the way, the entire TGIF lineup is on Hulu for those that don't fucking want to pay the $8.
What?
TGIF.
You don't remember TGI, like Boy Meets World and like,
I didn't watch any of those
Yeah.
things.
you didn't watch fucking Dinosaurs?
No, we
or-
had Drake
I watched
and Josh, man.
Dinosaurs. I remember that.
Yeah.
that
I
shit's
grew
on
up
the
watching
Hulu.
that. Oh,
Like,
no way.
yeah, like all their fucking Friday night programming for preteens is on goddamn
That's awesome.
Hulu. I'm
yeah, I
like,
watched that. I watched the crap out of that as a kid.
dude, Doug,
Doug.
Hey
yeah.
Arnold,
Yep.
all like Rugrats is on there.
Wow.
Yep.
Dude, it has the fucking bomb ass fucking shows.
See,
Yeah.
I used to have Hulu. I had it for a while before we had cable. We just had internet. It was Netflix and Hulu. Now our contract's up for our cable. Gone.
Yeah.
Keeping my internet.
That's
I'd pay half the price I'm paying now for everything. Just pay for my internet, $10 for Netflix, 10 or 15 for commercialless Stars Hulu.
Dude,
Yeah.
I came home one day and
It's
opened a
great.
fucking cable bill and it was $250.
That's insane. It's like that's crazy.
I thought I had
That's why
like
I don't have
thought
cable.
I'd like bought a fucking pay-per-view that I forgot about.
Yeah.
And then the next one came the next month. I'm like, I don't even watch this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, they hook you up with all these things. Like when we went, they were trying to hook us up. They're like, "Oh, do you want this sports thing?" We're
Yeah,
like,
cable's
"No."
fucking dying. I had
No.
Comcast guys come to my house about once a year, and it's always one of the same 2 guys, and they're like, "Hi, I'm with Comcast, blah blah blah," just trying to sell me Comcast.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I got Netflix for $10 a month. He's like, "Oh, well, we could do phone line and blah 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 for $230," and I'm like, "Dude, I got a cell phone." Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I
Home
don't-
phone.
We
I
have
was like, "I got internet, man. I
Home
got."
phone, dude. I'm 20. Like,
Yeah.
what? No, get out of here.
Nobody's gonna have a home. That's a dead concept. You got to
Yeah.
think the people
Dude,
at Bell are probably
we had
fucked.
a home phone for 5 fucking years. Never physically owned a phone.
Really?
We had a number.
Wow.
Just because it was bundled into something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That would actually, I could see doing that
I
because
think-
like I have Facebook Messenger and if you want to call me, you can call my house. Get an answering machine. Feel like if it's cheap enough, I would for sure do
You'll
that.
be surprised though. Like
Landline's like $5 a month.
in
now.
my
Yeah.
like in my line of work, how many people actually have a home phone? Like you'll be surprised. Like I'd say a majority of the people I talk to all day long, like they're like, call my house first.
Yeah.
I'm like, you still have a home phone
Yeah.
with an answering machine?
Pretty crazy.
Like, is it separate?
Does it take? Yeah. Is it separate? Does it take tape or is it digital? Like, but yeah, you'll be surprised, man. And I'm not talking like old people. It's like
It has
everybody.
16 kilobytes worth of space
Yeah,
on it. You
yeah.
can only leave a 45-second message and it fucker's filled.
It's like everybody though, like all ages, like people from like mid to late 30s all the way up to like 70s and 80s that are like, oh yeah, call my house. I'm like, okay,
No.
yeah, no, talking to you on your cell phone.
I'm gonna text you. How's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Dude, as soon as I got that second bill, I walked directly into Comcast. It's like, I need rid of like 85% of this shit. Like, I was like, I'll keep basic cable and the internet.
Yeah.
That's all I want from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it sucks. Now it's like, you know, because I keep looking. I just want to get internet, and they keep like, oh well, if you get this, you could get this internet, and you'll get all this cable. I'm like, I don't want cable. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need it. You know, with Netflix and Hulu and things like and HBO Go, why would you get cable?
Yeah.
$15 a month for HBO Go, any show like series, any of that stuff, I'm all good.
Yeah.
So-
How much is HBO Go?
Like 10 or 15 a month.
Ain't bad. Game of Thrones is coming back.
Yeah, yeah. Every season's on there. That's how I do it.
We bought this Prime Day. We sat down and bought like 3 Fire Sticks.
See, I have one at
Stuck
home
one-
that I don't use, and I don't know. Like,
we stuck one in every fucking room. Fuck it.
really? Like, see, I opened it once, and I'm like, oh, this looks complicated, and I put it all back, and now it's easy to set up.
Dude, you stick it in your fucking TV. It'll walk you through 3 minutes of directions, and you're done.
Nice.
Yeah, it connects to your Wi-Fi, and then it'll say, "Do you want these apps that are popular?" Yes.
Yeah. All of them, yes.
Yes. Like it even has Fight Pass on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, my UFC shit's on it, Hulu, Netflix, my Amazon Prime through it. Like, because I quit buying physical copies of shit because that's
Right.
why the fuck do I need that now?
It's also, yeah, I mean, it's dead, you know?
Yeah, I hear Fight Pass is moving over to ESPN Plus here soon. So-
That's still up in the air.
Oh, is it? I
Yeah.
thought it was like a for sure because they're signing with ESPN for
Well, they might keep
because their contract with Fox is up.
they might just do it the way that like
I'll see. I didn't know
Fox
that.
is doing it.
So
yeah,
that's
they're
weird. So
switching
that
to
makes
they're
sense
switching
then.
to ESPN, and it's
It
good
might
for
be
them
both
because
of
it's
them.
more of a sports network.
Also-
Fox has football sometimes.
Well, that
but-
makes sense
Fox
because,
bought WWE.
yeah, for
Yeah.
$1 billion, say that again, $1 billion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, so, yeah, that just, like, that's insane.
yeah,
You know, they're like, oh, hey, here you go. And Raw is on the competing network, USA, so it just kind of makes me wonder, because that's owned by, like, I think NBC. I don't know.
I have no
One of
idea.
those big
What,
things.
Fox?
No, USA.
Oh yeah.
I think it's owned by, like NBC or something. But, yeah, it's a competing network, so it's going to be interesting.
Whatever happened to the WB?
Oh, it's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Spike TV's dead.
do you worry about them like?
Yeah, it's Paramount now.
Yeah.
Do you worry about them cleaning up wrestling?
Oh, dude, they have. It's PG.
Like
It's awful.
It might get worse.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, people blame like the wrestlers and the writing. And it's like, well, you know, you're strong armed.
It's you guys
know?
being a pussy. That,
Yeah,
like,
right. It's you're strong armed. You know, you've got the networks going, well, we want X, Y, and Z, and you're like,
Well, I
okay.
think the WWE is actually trying to cater to a younger audience.
yeah. I mean, you know,
even the wrestling we watched when I was back when I was into it,
right.
it wasn't that bad, but it was still it had some real
was-
badass
it was
moments,
edgy,
but it
yeah.
wasn't. But it wasn't over the top.
No.
I mean, I guess Lita losing her baby, miscarriaging some dude got that was a little intense,
Yeah.
and Kane setting JR on fire. But I mean,
By
you need
God.
that shit once in a while, you
Dude,
know?
that shit was awesome. That era was fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you had the 90s. You had that what they call it attitude, and then when we started watching from 2001 or 2 on,
Yeah.
that
I'll
was
still
the
watch old
ruthless
EC
aggression. You know,
Yeah.
that was so good.
I'll still watch from time to time some old ECW matches on YouTube
Oh fuck yeah.
because that was the perfect
Watch
anything with
Sandman,
Sabu.
Yeah.
caning people.
See, I got the
Sabu and
network, and it's
RVD and
great.
shit.
Like, it has everything from when we were kids, from the very first Raw from '93, all the way on until like now.
What has this?
WWE Network.
It's
really?
It has
Fight Pass for
WCW.
WWE.
Yeah, it's got WCW, ECW. It's got them all. It's great.
No shit.
Yeah, it's literally $10 a month.
Don't you get the pay-per-views for
Yeah,
free with
every
that?
single pay-per-view. I watched WrestleMania at my house. That's usually like an $85 to $100 pay-per-view. Free.
Used to be.
Yeah, used to be. It's free.
No shit.
Yeah, you get your first month for absolutely free. It's got other shows on it too, so like podcasts and these other ones that I like called Table for Three, where it's got like Ric Flair and Sting and guys like that, just kind of like talking about the good old days. But I mean, it's worth the $10 if you're remotely a fan, or if your kids are a fan or anything like that. It's awesome.
Dive into some old shit. on
Right,
that,
dude. I did.
man.
I looked up the Bash at the Beach Hulk Hogan heel turn, and it was like 6 again. I was like freaking crying. I'm like, no, Hulk, you can't.
No, Hulkster, no.
Yeah, Rebecca's just looking at me like, dude, just like rolling her eyes, just like, laughing. But I got lucky there because she likes it too, and she'll watch it with me, so that's cool. Yeah, I got lucky.
See, you got to find common interest right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That makes watching wrestling tolerable. Like when there's when you see Ruby and I both love UFC.
Yeah, yeah.
So like that makes it tolerable for both of us. Like because if I want to watch the pay-per-view or something and I want to invite friends, it's fine. It's never an issue because she wants to watch that shit too.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
finding a significant other with a common interest is key.
Oh yeah, and it was funny because it's like I would have never admitted to her that I liked that. Maybe eventually I would have been like, yeah, I like wrestling. I'm a nerd. But like it was this one day we came home from work and she was going through the channels and just kind of stopped, and I was like, oh, you don't have to keep this on my account. She's like, no, I want to watch it. I'm like, you're perfect. Like you.
I mean, like that's the other thing too. It's weird that there's still a stigma to being a wrestling fan to me. Like I'm not a wrestling fan anymore. But I mean, like, I got really into Breaking Bad. Like, I would be lying if I said I didn't get, like, really emotionally invested in Breaking
Oh,
Bad.
absolutely. I did the same thing
And-
with Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy,
Yeah.
that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like, watching,
Jesus.
I mean, it's just a live performance, ongoing TV show.
Yeah.
The only difference is like back like when we were younger, when we watched it from like the early to mid 2000s and early 90s and late 90s, is they had a storyline that was relatable.
Yeah.
So it's like 1 week Stone Cold gets jumped by like DX and he's all beat up. The next week you're like, oh, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna get his revenge? That happens, and then like
Well,
the next
also,
week they're
it-
like, oh, that never happened.
If you
know,
boil it
it's
down
just,
in
like,
its
it's
simplest
weird.
form, there's this badass beer guzzling redneck who hates his boss and gets the chance to kick his ass once in a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, like,
And gets a
what
big gold
fucking
belt.
yeah? And back in those days, it was targeted to like, young adult
People
to
that
like
wanted to
mid
do that
adult.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right.
So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's performance art.
What
you
did I,
know.
how did I, what I used to describe it earlier? Combat theater.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that's-
that was a great description, I think, for it.
That's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah.
Like, and I mean no disrespect with
Oh,
that,
no,
by that
no.
whatsoever. It's just
It is what it is.
I
though.
found it immensely interesting when I was younger.
Yeah, I mean, if you think of it, it is interesting. It is theater. They're there to entertain you. Their bodies are put on the line for some of it. I mean,
There ain't many of them that end up walking in their 70s.
Right? Yeah, I mean, they're not really getting kicked in the face, but accidents happen. Like
yeah.
when you jump off the top turnbuckle, sometimes you miss the landing.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit, there goes my elbow.
Especially when you're doing it fucking 300 days a year.
Yeah.
Because those people fucking travel like a motherfucker.
Not only that, but I mean, look at like the indie guys. They work at this promotion, that promotion, this promotion, and they're out on the road 5-6 days a week doing that. Maybe this promotion's is a lot more safe and conscious about concussions, and this one's like, oh well, CZW, throw you do a death match, and you're like, well, I need the money. I got rent or a family.
Well, some of those guys,
You know
I
what I
watched a
mean?
Vice documentary about CZW, and for them,
I did too. It was interesting.
for them, that's the only part of wrestling they give a fuck about.
Yeah,
That's what they want to do.
And see, that was a different thing for me. It's like that whole death match thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
like that was
It's
cool
too
when I was
much-
like
yeah.
10.
I mean, no, for me, that was always
But-
a little too much for me.
Yeah, way too. But
like
I mean, like,
ECW's hardest matches are like normal CZW matches.
right? And that's
you know what I mean? And
yeah.
it's
That
like-
was like, oh, cool. He's using a
But
chair.
that's those dudes
then it
just
got too
love
much,
to live live
man.
like over the top like that, and they like doing over. It's kind of the punk rock version of wrestling, if you think about it.
in a sense. Yeah.
So it's cool, you know. But I'm not into really any form of wrestling anymore. Again, like old Sabu and RVD matches, because those dudes would
I
flip
remember
around and
RVD.
fucking. Yeah, that's probably
Jumping
my
from
all-time
one side of
favorite.
the
Now
ring to
he's
the
like a
other.
big-time cannabis advocate.
Really?
Yeah,
I can see
big
that.
time. Big
That's why he
time.
got. Well, that's part of the reason he got fired too from WWE. He
No,
and
I don't
Sabu
think that
got
was part
caught
of it.
like in a car pulled over.
You're thinking about Hacksaw Jim Duggan and the
Was
Iron
it?
Sheik. Yeah.
No, I thought it was.
They had booze, pills, and weed.
Oh, so I always
Yeah,
thought
and
that
that
was. I always
no,
thought that was RVD and Sabu, that they had weed and pills.
I know everything about RVD and Sabu.
I believe you.
I mean, I'm sure it probably happened to them too.
Yeah, probably at some point, but
I just-
Especially Sabu. I mean, that
What,
guy. You know, some of the things he did.
I
Damn.
just saw him the other
Yeah.
day. Oh, that the barbed wire match with Terry Funk popped up on my
Oh.
timeline the other day.
Yeah,
That
I
was
saw that too.
gruesome.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah.
it's pretty hard to watch. That dude was like 60 still doing shit like
You know,
that. Did
Terry
you know
Funk
that?
reminds me of like if East Liverpool was a person.
Yes.
Yeah, that is
Because he
absolutely.
just like stands
Myron
up. He's like,
kind of
It's
looks
there,
like
it's a
Terry.
little drunk.
I'm thinking about it. I never noticed. I
Yeah.
just thought of that. His fucking future father-in-law looks like Terry Funk.
No shit.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I like him.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Did you ask him if he is?
no,
Will you for me?
sure. I think my wife's calling, but she's calling me on a private number. Yeah, there she is.
Answer it. It's funnier that way.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
But only if it's on speakerphone.
No. Hold on. Gotta answer it.
That's okay. Here. I'll pause it real quick.
Hello?
And we're back.
You stink.
Yeah.
It's like we time traveled.
It kind of is.
Yeah, holy crap.
Because in our time, that was like 4 or 5 minutes. But their time, there was no break.
No.
No.
No, they had no idea.
You have no idea. It just went down. Blake got yelled at.
No.
Dude, it was bad.
She like screamed at him.
Yeah, I'm gonna call a men's shelter.
I was like, Jesus, Blake, why'd you take that?
Yeah.
If it's okay once, it's okay all the time.
No, she didn't yell.
She didn't. Don't tell anyone. I'm just kidding. She didn't scream at him. She seemed very pleasant.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she is. Rebecca's fucking awesome. Man.
Yeah, I'm like super happy I met her. And I actually met her through Aaron.
No shit.
LeRoii, yeah. Like,
You keep having to correct yourself.
yeah, I don't know what the viewers or the
doesn't
listeners know him
matter.
as. AJ, LeRoii, Leroy, I don't know.
My dad always thought it was LeRoii. My dad's horrible with names. He was always. I remember like my impression of my dad because I would tell him he always asks me about my dog and acts like he wants him there, but Debo can't behave. My dad has no patience. And I tried to explain that to him, but my dad's like, "I love dogs though," and then like. Anyway, that's a whole nother rabbit hole, but he's always like, what's his name again? Dobro,
Dobo.
Dingo. I'm like, Debo. He's like, Dingo, Dongo.
Dingo.
It's Debo. Jeff.
Dude, I'm so bad about that too.
Yeah.
I'm the worst with like I've used up so much hard drive space in my head, like with like addresses and names, like with the post office.
Yeah.
That like if I meet someone new, it's gonna take me a minute to remember that name.
Yeah.
Like she'll like bring home like friends from like school to study, and it'll be a good month of them coming over to study before I'll fucking
Register and go, oh, hey, there's a
is
human being here.
is what's her name coming over?
Yeah.
It takes a minute before you're not what's your name anymore.
Yeah. I understand that 100%. It's nothing personal.
No, God no.
I drink and smoke.
Not
And,
only that, in this day and age, short attention spans, we just
yeah.
don't got
I
time
have a
to learn
pretty
a new
decent
name.
attention span, I think, because like I pretty much listen to podcasts and talk radio
Yeah.
all day,
Do you think there's any credence to that theory that technology might be the reason for ADD in today's
Yes.
children?
Yeah.
It could be, yeah.
Like all their hard drive space and RAM is in their brain is pretty much
Well, that
projected
and I
into
mean,
a
you think
device.
too, like you
it's
know,
just so much to take in.
as
Yeah.
as a species, as people, like 20 years ago, people weren't impatient like they are now.
No.
Now you order something on Amazon, you're like, God damn it, why isn't it here already?
Yeah.
You know, but like back then, you're like, oh, cool, it'll be here in like 5 days. Sweet, man. You know.
Oh, 5 days was like when you paid extra shipping.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the express shipping. You know,
Yeah.
but like people now are like, well, I want it today, and you're like, well, I live on the other side of the country, man. Like,
I might have said this on the podcast before, but I ordered glasses from Zenny like in March, and I am so fucking spoiled by Amazon that when I saw that it was going to take Zenny 10 days to make and ship my glasses to me, I like there's a part of me that like threw a little fit in my soul.
Yeah.
Like 10 fucking days? Are you shitting
yeah,
me?
you're like, come on, man.
And then I'm like, oh wait, they have to make them.
Yeah.
They don't have these lying around.
Yeah, like me too. It's like I sit there and I'm like, oh, it's not like they just have my, you know, what I need for my eyes laying around. Like you said, you know, they've got to craft them, handcrafted, manufactured glasses.
I remember when I ordered
Perfect.
my Trash Talk shirt, it was supposed to be there in 10
Oh,
days.
dude.
And
Took, like,
because they like live
10
in the-
months.
It took like 2 months.
Really?
Yeah, I had to send them 2 different emails, and it's like the dudes that live all in like a warehouse and shit together. But I got it and it was dope, but it took 2 months.
So just
Jeez.
like
But
our
I
bad.
just ordered a shirt off the internet the other day from Represent.
That like might be the way to go now with like if you're in a band.
Yeah,
yeah,
Would
really.
be like to everybody rent a fucking pay on a fucking warehouse.
that's actually what I'm trying to do down in Columbus.
fucking buy a screen printer and turn like a couple fucking floors of it, something into a goddamn
Yeah,
couple
I actually-
bedrooms or apartments or something.
I
Yeah.
have a screen printer too.
Yeah,
So-
I would do that and start fucking printing my own merch
Yeah.
and other people's merch to pay for my merch
Exactly.
in that place.
A lot of people
Yeah.
do that too.
Yeah.
Well, that fucking
Not a lot. I mean, like, you know, I know like 5 dudes, but they're, you know, from Pennsylvania to Oklahoma to like Florida. You know what I mean? So not
Well, you know that
everyone
fucking
does it.
retarded dude from Attila, their their
I'm not
singer.
really I've heard their music and wasn't really into
I've-
it.
No,
so I
it's-
never
couldn't
really
tell you a
paid
song.
attention.
But-
It's fucking god awful. They're like the ICP of like post hardcore.
Yeah.
Oof.
But that dude is totally. Their singer is fucking loaded
Yeah.
because, like, and they asked him like because they're like a Warped Tour band.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
Like, how are you fucking driving Lambos and shit? And you're in a fucking Warped Tour band. And like, he's like, I fucking make my money with music. Are you kidding me? He's like, I have like 5 different side bitches. Like, he's like, I have my own goddamn merch company.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like, I started that, and he's like, I placed great investments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's just being smart with your time and your.
wasn't he like
you
on
know.
MTV at one time too? He was on that show Made.
I have no idea. That dude's just, he's a good businessman.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Well, no,
day,
there's
you gotta
nothing
be.
wong with that. I just didn't care for his music. I mean, the
No, it's
ICP guys
fucking-
are the same way. They're incredible businessmen.
Yeah, that's
They're
like
a
their
bit
music's
s-
fucking gross, but like,
Yeah.
kudos
Yeah.
to you for like,
Yeah.
They're just 2 fucking dirty white boys from Detroit who know how to hustle, and that's what they're doing, you know? And they're doing it in a fucking good way, I think. You know, overall, what do I give a fuck if, like, meth heads want to fucking go party in the woods? Like, let them do it.
Look at the Misfits. You know, you could get Misfits on anything: wallets, shot glasses, coffee mugs,
anything.
baby T-shirts.
Yeah.
You know.
Baby t-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. They sell baby onesies and T-shirts with
I'll do
Misfits.
anything.
Yeah. Kiss is the same way, and I
Yeah.
hate Kiss.
Yeah.
You know.
But that fucking Gene Simmons is a fucking crafty Jew. And
Oh
he-
yeah. They're like, hey, can you print this on this box for me? Sure, people will buy it because it says Kiss.
Yes.
Yeah,
And this fucking lunchbox and this thermos from 1956 that no one uses anymore.
yeah. Here, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Who the fuck uses a goddamn tin lunchbox?
And a thermos.
Someone
Yeah.
out there.
Podheads use it, but not for lunch.
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah, true.
yeah.
That's it.
People maybe nostalgia, you know, hipsters using a thermos and
Hipsters don't listen to Kiss. What are
yeah,
you
that's
talking
true.
about?
Yeah,
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah,
Give it like 4 years.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know.
whoa.
Kiss is like, I never got into Kiss at all.
yeah, me either.
I couldn't, man. I could
Nah.
not listen
I liked
to Kiss.
better bands, better music.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I was too busy listening to like anything fucking else.
Yeah.
Dude, I got so mad when when hipsters started buying fucking record players.
Oh man, made everything skyrocket.
Like, fun little fact, vinyl outsold CDs last year.
Really?
Yeah.
That I didn't know.
That's fucking insane.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. But I've had this fucking record player for 12 years.
Wow.
And then like everyone started buying up records and shit. Now like record stores are coming back and I'm fucking so excited.
Yeah, because I mean, it just sounds better. It does. And you get more when you buy a record. I feel like I don't know.
Well, what it is here I'm gonna drop some knowledge. This is what I've been doing
Go.
since we last seen each other, Blake, because it's
Yeah.
been like a minute.
Oh, it's been a while. Yeah.
So after I quit music, I got into podcasting, and I started becoming a real big audiophile.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I wanted to learn like why vinyl is better, all right, and why like it sounds sweeter to the ear. And the reason being is it's in the way it's recorded. When you record music digitally, in order for it to not take up an immense amount of space, you have to compress it.
Yeah.
So when you compress it, you're losing your highs, your lows. You're just
Quality.
You're pretty much making everything one wavelength.
Yeah.
But when you're recording vinyl, that was recorded, and that needle jumps up and down and grooves, so it's unencumbered sound.
Yeah.
And that's why it sounds so fucking balanced and
Crisp to the ear.
yes,
Yeah.
it's more of a natural sound.
Yeah. Whereas like just digital, it's just all pressed and
Yeah,
you can hear it. So like me playing
listen,
drums.
listen to an MP3 file and listen to a WAV file.
Yeah, you
know?
can. Well, not even that. I mean, like you can hear it sometimes, like in some digital recordings, the drums. So when they hit the cymbals,
oh
doesn't-
yeah,
it just sounds like garbage.
Trash, yeah.
Doesn't sound like a real cymbal.
sounds tinny.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, that's
know?
actually one of the best things I could say about Johnny, by the way, is every time we went somewhere to record with somebody
Oh,
that
yeah.
wasn't us, let's just do this on the electronic kit, you know? And it's like,
No,
Yeah, I know.
you know,
don't like
it's
that.
easier to just plug that in, but Johnny, like, no, I have like
I'll-
stage mics and like
he could MIDI it out
yeah.
when it's a fucking electric set, huh? That's what he's aiming
yeah,
for.
but Johnny,
Yeah.
Johnny does.
No.
Johnny does bring. I have a good kit here. He does have a good kit there. Either bring your own kit or use my kit. But like we're doing live drums.
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like he's really
and
cool.
and I'm glad because like
That's
I
what
said,
I'd
you
rather
can
do.
Hear, well, that and you can just hear it.
yeah,
You know,
it
you're
sounds
like, oh,
like
that's
fucking
electric.
drums.
That sounds like garbage.
Yeah.
You know, because no snare sounds that perfect.
No.
No one's drums sound
There's
that
like no
perfect.
stick clicks.
There's
and
a,
there's no like
yeah.
softer and harder hits, and
Right.
emphasis is harder to like not sound super robotic.
Yeah.
There's a producer named Taylor Larson who is probably the best producer I've heard record drums in a long time. And even the way he produces a lot of like the post-hardcore scene now, but he does it like in a mix of old and new ways. Like he records digitally, but he live records a lot.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't go
that's how
straight
we
through
did
the
it.
computer. Like he'll like mic amps and shit.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
And then like he did a from first to last album, and he live mic'd 2 different amps, and they played it together on the album,
Wow.
like at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fucking insane in today's
Oh yeah.
like world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people have been doing that for what, 50 years, 60 years? Stones, Pink Floyd, Zeppelin.
But it's just,
You know, like to get John Bonham's drum sound on, I can't remember what record. They were at this like old studio, went into like this. It was
all
like
the
a
where
church.
the ceiling was
Yeah.
open.
Yeah, and they like
I remember that.
put the things up real high and
It had stone walls, and the
Yeah,
ceiling was
that
like
was it.
20 feet fucking high.
yeah,
yeah, and they like got the mics up there somehow to get that bigger sound. It was crazy.
yeah,
The natural fucking room reverb.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually like fucking like major
Oh, yeah.
studios have like perfect acoustic rooms and like you know what I
Well,
mean.
if you've ever been into like a soundproof, perfect acoustic room, it feels like there's no air in there.
yeah,
Like it's really weird. Like
It's
I've gone into
fucking-
one. It's
it's
crazy.
disgusting.
Yeah, it's weird. Like you open the door, you hear the world, and then you close it, and you're like, there's literally
It
no
dies.
sound.
You realize that
Yeah.
you can't hear as good out of this ear as you can this
Yeah,
year
right,
in total
exactly.
silence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, holy crap, this is weird.
yeah,
Like you think total silence in your house is one thing. Imagine that, like to the nth degree.
Right.
Like absolutely no sound. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
So I want to do like sensory deprivation tank sometime.
they have a shitload
The
up
float
around
tanks up.
Pittsburgh.
I would love
wanna
to do
try
that.
too.
Huh.
So if I could do like, I'd like to take mushrooms and get in that.
That might be
Yeah.
not a first time thing. You know, because I hear it's pretty intense by itself, completely sober. I hear it can be pretty intense.
I'm just kidding. I don't fucking do mushrooms ever again. Like, nah, old Vince is done going down the rabbit hole. Like,
Yeah.
there's gonna be one time where I don't come back out, and I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You're Dad Vince now.
Yeah,
I'm-
I own sandals and like dad shorts. Like
Got
I ain't fucking.
responsibilities.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm definitely not done with mushrooms, but I'm for sure done with acid. There's just no need to do acid anymore.
no,
I-
I've seen.
all
I've
I
seen
really
what I
wanna-
can see.
All I really want to trip is when mushrooms come around, which is like never. So, and like once every couple of years, I'm talking, you know, take a little bit of mushrooms, take like, you know, drink some tea with a couple buddies, laugh.
Watch Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, watch some Bugs Bunny
Oh,
and
shit.
laugh our tits off.
I might do that. Like I could watch. I could watch.
Yeah,
Bugs
you
Bunny.
don't gotta go to the
Yeah.
fucking dark side with it, you
Yeah.
know, which I would like to do at least one more time in my life, like go deep as fuck. But after that, I mean, I think I'm just like ready for just like, you know, eat a 1-person dose amount to just, you know, get giggly.
See, like then I hear like people talking about like DMT and shit.
Yeah, I tried it once.
Really?
Yeah, dead serious.
What was that like?
I only got to do one hit, but
Oh.
it was immediate. As soon as I breathed out, it was the peak of a really intense acid trip.
Oh shit.
And it was like that for like 10 minutes, and boom, I was completely sober again.
Was there like any enlightening qualities to it?
No, because you got to do more than what I did. I just got like a free sample, basically. And you got to take, they say 3 to 5 hits to like get the fucking outer body experience.
Dude,
and
I don't
shit.
know if I
And
could
wanted-
figure it out after like the peak of an acid trip. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand cigarettes.
Yeah, I definitely want to try that once in my life too. To
See, that,
break through and shit.
that would be. It'd have to be a religious experience for me. Like I'd have to be like doing some crazy shit in another country to be doing that. But, like,
Yeah.
I would definitely try it if the opportunity presented
Yeah,
itself in the
shit
right
lasts
way.
10 minutes tops, and then once you're done, you're done. No, even if you do a lot, it's like you're back to normal after 10 minutes.
See, like I've never been afraid of going inside here.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
I was
I th-
apprehensive at first, but once I did a couple times, it
yeah, but like
hit ego death. It stuck with me, you know.
yeah, after your first time going real deep, you're not the same anymore.
Yeah, it definitely changed. I think for me, it changed me for the better.
You don't have to be gentle with that, man. You can pull
Oh,
that
okay,
anywhere
I
you
wanna,
want.
like rip it off the table there.
No, you're
There we
good.
go, just
Yeah,
relax.
I think it changed me for the better. I mean, I was writing burn down your local Walmart, and then I was writing Fast Eddie.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah,
and my
no,
lyrics
yeah.
have significantly
No
improved.
yeah,
and-
and from that to no justice and
yeah.
just
I don't have that like inner anger anymore that I always had when I was
do.
younger.
I'm still mad.
I mean, I still got some darkness. Who doesn't? Everyone's got some, you know. But
I came out feeling more enlightened.
yeah, I was calmer about everything. I was happy. I thought about things differently.
Once you come out and
still
realize
do.
everything's a big
I still
nothing.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
And then we were all one.
Yeah, I mean, really.
Oh,
You know,
I'm like
when my
I
most
credit
intense.
it for my thought process now. Like
Yeah, my most intense trip was mushrooms. The first time I did mushrooms, I did close to a quarter, and just ate them straight up, and I tripped really hard, man. And the best way I could always describe the peak was I was at what we call God.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like that, I think that's what ruined it for me.
really?
Yeah.
I thoroughly like. That sticks with me still. That was years ago too. I don't really do shit like that.
I'm way past the statute of limitations on this one. Like, it's,
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you like how
Yeah.
long ago this was.
yeah,
But I remember like all I did really was I took it not realizing how much I should have taken.
hmm
Like it. Why I think I've showed you like the size, like it was like a bag like that,
yeah.
and I boiled it down to like
Tea.
yeah, and it hit me so fucking hard that I went to bed immediately.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh shit, something's not right. Like I have like
That's
cold,
usually where the
clammy
bad trips
sweat.
come from, though.
Yeah,
That's why you should always have a big bag of weed and just relax. Because if you start to freak out, then you're basically tripping while giving yourself a panic attack. That's the best way to explain a bad trip.
I walked around my house sweating profusely in my underwear, just pacing back and forth because I
Yeah.
couldn't decide like what was wrong with me.
Oof.
And then after I got a hold of myself, I laid down, and I watched the universe be born.
Yeah, yeah, you saw, yeah.
And then after a while, once I laid down, and Leo came up there with me, and fucking, he sat there and wrote it out with me, and I watched Leo come from nothing.
Yeah, yeah. Once you give into it, that's usually when you see like the really transformative stuff. If you're not willing to give into it, if you're not the type of person that can just relax like that, then I wouldn't recommend psychedelics.
Well, then when I come out of it, and anytime anything like really really bad happened to me ever since then, it's like I handle it a lot better than I would have before that for some reason. Like I don't know if I had like some experience I want to call it, but like it took my grand scale of things and it shrunk it feels like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I realized
kind of made me more focused on like me and those close to me rather than the rest of the fucking world.
it made me more at peace with myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
You know,
I'd say that too.
I don't let things bother me anymore. Like I don't feel anxious much.
Yeah.
It made me realize this too shall pass mentality.
Yeah, really. And also, I'll say one thing too, because before I ever experimented with psychedelics, if I would see like a musician that I admired, like for example, when we went and saw the Casualties, and maybe it's part of being young, but when we went and saw the Casualties, I'd always see them and be like, holy shit, that's them. You know what I mean? I don't get that at all anymore when I see like a famous musician.
Starstruck.
Like when I met Brent Hines, I knew who he was. Like I knew how big he was, and I respected him. But I just like he's just like a regular dude.
I honestly had heard of Mastodon. I heard a couple songs.
Oh yeah,
I had no idea
you
what
shared the
dude
picture, and
looked
we're like, this is a band called Mastodon. They toured the world a couple times, and it's like you were explaining who Mastodon was. And I think you were doing that because you got family on Facebook.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was just funny how all the music people were like, you know what I mean?
I was doing, I mean, for the people that didn't know who
exactly,
Brent Hines was, you know. I mean, like I said, I've heard of Mastodon, I've heard their music, but couldn't tell you what Brent Hines looked like until we
met him.
Yeah, until we played Atlanta, and I walk up to the bar with AJ, and I was like, I'll have a water, and they all look at me, and they're like, I'll have a beer or whatever, and the dude's like, hi, my name's Brent. I'm like, what's up, man?
Yeah, well, Emmert
He's a cool
first,
guy.
we leaved him. When he saw Brent Hines was there, we just said, okay, dude, we'll carry in the shit. You go talk to him, because that's his fucking boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He got to leave to, So we were done carrying shit in. I went in. I was like 3 days undiagnosed strep throat on 0 fucking sleep. I drove from East Liverpool to Atlanta overnight. Did not sleep at all.
I remember
and
the
had
picture you
strep
laying
throat.
in bed with a fucking beer in your hand.
Yeah, that was
was-
after New York. That was like
we
30-something
played-
hours in no
We
sleep.
played, 123 Pleasant Street in Morgantown, and then had to leave shortly after that, drive back up to Liverpool, grab
that
our
was
stuff,
a different one, I think.
and then go straight out to New York, wasn't
I think
it?
that was a different one. I think when we played Pleasant Street. No, we had a day off. We had Pleasant Street then the next day, and then I remember I was
That was
drinking
it.
with Dom and stuff. And anyway, but with the Brent Hines thing, we went up to the bar. I ordered a beer, and he just introduced himself to us. He's like, "Are you guys in that Ohio band?" Yeah, and just talked to me like he was like any other dude at any other show that
That's
was in any
fantastic.
other
Yeah,
band.
like he wasn't like, I toured the world, I have
Not-
millions.
yeah,
Like,
no,
he
he
didn't
was
have
just
that
like-
attitude at all. Like, really
cool. It made me want to
He
actually
might have
get
his
into
car
Mastodon.
paid off.
Yeah,
That's
right,
about
right.
it.
Yeah, he's
Oh
got
no,
his car paid
he's
off.
fucking he's doing all right, man. He's doing fucking all right.
Probably owns a merch company.
Yeah.
He probably does. He probably.
Well,
I
that's
think
the best
he
way to
actually
do
does.
it. I mean, all the labels now, they own your music.
Yeah, fuck them. Well,
You
now you
know?
can own your own label.
Yeah, right. I know.
That's
yeah.
titties.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I turn around and go, yeah, that's my label. Those are my songs.
yeah,
Welcome to Modern Savage Productions, motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. But that was actually that set went off way better than I thought. But then Alex got real sick, like a couple songs left, and ran off the stage, and he
threw
puked in
up
the
a boot.
bathroom. And I grabbed his guitar, and we played one more song, and I was like, thanks
But
for nervous aggression.
I think that like woke up the crowd because like a lot of the bands that we knew were blown away that AJ knew how to play guitar.
yeah,
They were
yeah.
like, but and it's like
They
he
were all
did
like,
it,
dude,
and he
I
did
couldn't
it
have done
well.
that shit. That was
They were
fucking-
like, oh my
I
god,
did it
like,
okay. I fucked up a lot.
Well, I thought it was still, I don't know. my point of view, and maybe I'm just skewed because I'm like, yeah, we're Nervous Aggression, we're awesome, you know. But I don't know. I just looking out in the crowd and seeing people's faces go, what is this?
Yeah.
Their singer just like, or their guitar player's puking up a boot, and now this guy picked up the guitar and he's playing a song,
Yeah.
and he knows what he's doing.
Show must go on.
Yeah,
you know?
like that. Like a
I've
lot
always
of,
appreciated that about you.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
The
we
show
went
is
on
gonna go fucking on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's
Whether-
no way it's
yeah,
not.
whether
I mean, I
someone's
filled
over
in
there
a whole
puking
tour
or
on
not.
bass, you know, playing bass because we couldn't find someone to play bass. So I did a whole tour, 2 days worth of practice before the tour to learn fucking, like, there was like 3 or 4 songs I didn't know. I knew most of them. And then when I remember the
wrote
first
most
time
of
we
them.
did it, we were doing a rehearsal, and it was when our dude ditched out last minute. Different dude. He's never played with us before, actually. But he ditched out literally 2 days beforehand at rehearsal, so I just ran through all the songs the best I could, and then actually did. Emmert was really hesitant because I think he didn't know that I was actually pretty decent at playing bass and singing. And once he saw that, he's like, "Oh, okay." So went home, practiced for the next 2 days or whatever, a bunch, and then
Last time I saw you, you were playing bass and singing.
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
Aliquippa.
we were
Yeah, that was
three-piece.
actually Billy. I guess pulled a muscle in his back or something the night before. So he wasn't able to make the Aliquippa show. So it was like kind of, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I can do
Well,
whatever.
that, and I
man.
mean, like
I ain't-
for a few years there, or well, maybe about a year and a half. That's what we were. It was
Yeah.
me, you, Theo, and that was it.
no, it was
That's
me, you, and Mike
what you-
Hutchison at first.
Well, no, I know, but I'm talking like
When I met you
when
guys,
we
it
played
was
shows, just me, you, and Theo. You
Yeah.
were on bass, Theo on guitar, me on the drums.
Yeah.
That was it.
When we did that, that was I think a really good time for.
That's when I met
Yeah.
you guys.
That was when we were at our best back in those days.
Yeah, and then when Alex joined, that just changed the band.
Yeah.
Like,
It's amazing how far your band has gone.
Yeah.
Like sound wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From like where the fuck it started. It's
I showed you that one track.
Yeah.
That one time. It's rough, but
yeah, and like to where it is now, like sound wise. I mean, like
it's like a different band almost.
it is a
you know?
different band,
Yeah.
but like,
But we learned how to play.
so my
well,
philosophy-
you're the only original left now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually, funny enough, I was the one who started the band too.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah.
You should quit and see
You
if
should.
it goes on.
I joke about it all the time. I'm like, guys, I think I'm gonna have to quit after this. Like,
See if they carry it on to the new singer.
yeah.
That'd be the weirdest fucking thing ever.
No, that's kind of. I mean, that's for sure where the band I feel like has been for a while. That if I would have quit, then there would have been no band. You know,
Yeah, there wasn't a band.
absolutely.
not trying to be a dick.
No,
I just
but there
think
wasn't a
it's-
band.
yeah,
It-
No,
it's-
dude.
yeah.
There's anybody that's ever seen you do anything music wise knows that anything you do, you're the fucking heart and soul of it.
yeah,
Yeah, well, he
Yeah.
is. He is.
It's like he's had that fucking personality, and
Yeah.
he's probably had it his entire life.
Oh,
Yeah,
he has.
My earliest
Growing up,
my
yeah.
my earliest memories of me lip syncing to the Scorpions "Feel the Heat" tape on my bed, pretending to be on stage. Like,
Yeah.
I remember like
Well,
all
like-
through middle school and high school, like closing my eyes and listening to full albums all the way through, and just like imagining myself as a singer. And like, there was like a really badass part. I'd literally like rewind that shit like 30, 40 times in a row with my eyes closed, just visualizing. And then fucking 10 years later, you know, I'm going on like national tours, you know, and
So I did the exact same
All-
thing,
all-
but I was listening to bands like Matchbox 20 and shit. Like that's how I ended up a singer songwriter. You're listening to like 80s metal and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. It
Yeah,
was
it was
weird.
always-
I mean, like, I did some of that too, but I don't think mine was as extreme as his. You know, I mean, like from the time he was a kid and could talk, he was telling knock jokes on like my uncle used to play with friends, and they would have like
a
you
full
know
PA and stuff.
yeah
Mhm.
full PA bands, and they would sing like classic rock songs. When they were taking a break, he'd go up and tell like knock jokes. He's like 4 years old, and everybody's like cracking up. You know, and it's like I was always too scared to do that. Maybe that's why I gravitated towards the drums, because I'm hiding behind I don't know.
It's still creative, but like
Yeah.
you're, dude. Some people just don't want to be up there.
I think I
Yeah.
was just a born performer. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Some
remember
people are.
It
Yeah.
wouldn't have mattered
somewhere-
what you did. It just
Yeah.
you happened to
Somewhere
find what
exists
you
a
love.
tape of
Yeah.
me being in a play in kindergarten, and I'm like blowing everyone off, like out of the water with
Yeah.
my. Like I was like 5 and acting, like actually acting too, and keeping a straight face and like knowing all the lines.
He was
and
he was that character. Like
Yeah.
he was the character.
I just
Yeah.
I think I'm a born performer. I think music is how I feel I can express myself the best and be at my peak performance through music. And I think writing is just the way that I kind of overcome a lot of hardship in life. You know?
Oh,
It
yeah.
obviously, dude, like, even like the last month or so, like with me and you, like sitting down and like jamming
Just
some
jam it,
shit.
yeah.
He broke me out of a fucking writer's block that I've been in for a year.
Really?
I've been like, I picked up my guitar how long ago? How long ago now? Like, it's probably been a solid 9 months since I've been reteaching myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I put it down for 4 years.
Wow. Has it been that long?
Yeah.
I've
Wow.
actually been playing guitar almost every day at my house too.
But, like-
within the
Wow.
past like probably 2 or 3 months.
But coming back to it, like I'm not good as I was,
Yeah.
but like, and I had writer's block really, really bad, and I could jam with people, and like I played sloppy, but like when we sat down and just his enthusiasm and willingness to just fucking bounce ideas off of me and
Oh yeah.
and let me work it out, it like he snapped me out of it, and like I wrote the first decent song that I've written in 5 years.
you should see
Yeah.
him and Alex.
I mean, it's fucking nuts.
Oh, it is.
Alex is like that too a lot.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
should.
he
he's
see,
is.
you
he's
should see how-
reclusive
That's kinda-
and like
I would
more
say-
shy, but
Well,
like
he is, but the way he is with Aaron, it's so different. Like those two, they're in a room like, okay, we're gonna do this, and it's gonna go this
Dude,
way. No, I
we've,
don't like that. And they're
We've written
like,
stuff for like
Yeah.
3 hours straight before. Worked on one song
And-
for
and-
3
and-
oh
hours.
yeah, I've
and they're
you know.
brutally.
Blaney Murphy was like that.
They're
It's not
brutally
even-
honest with
it's
each
not
other
even
sometimes.
brutally. Like it's not brutally.
Well,
It's
no,
just like,
I-
no, I'm not really feeling.
Well, that's
that,
what I mean.
you
Like
know?
most people go, well, that's okay, but I don't think we should do it here. Where you
Well,
guys are just like, no.
No, I don't
want
like
part.
that. Yeah, that
that's
doesn't.
what
To
I
me,
mean.
that doesn't sound good. 99 times out of 100, it's like, yeah, you're right. That doesn't really fit, does it? You know what I mean? Like,
But you when you do stuff like that, you're doing it constructively. You're never negative
No,
about it.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
no.
exactly.
Like if I
I'm
toss
gonna be honest. I'm not gonna tell you, yeah, I like that, and then have a song and play a song that I fucking resent. That's how you lead to fucking band conflict. You tell
But-
them you cut that shit off at the beginning. You know, no problem. Steve's the same way with us, honestly. If he
Yeah.
wants to, and usually 99 times out of 100, the shit Steve wants to do is fucking dope. But when it's not, we feel comfortable saying we don't feel it's dope, and he has no problems hearing it.
That's important when you're trying to create things with other people, and I've noticed it with you. Like we wrote an acoustic song.
Wow.
Me and this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you've never done anything soft in your entire life.
Yeah, not really. Actually, I do have a couple songs that I wrote on acoustic
Did you?
recently. Yeah, I
Wow.
don't know if I'll ever play them, but like I have music and
I
lyrics.
think you should.
I think
Yeah.
you should go in and like come in here with me and record a low key fucking 3-song acoustic demo
right.
and just fucking throw it at someone.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? I mean,
I can't really sing though. That's my problem.
You don't need to. Tim Armstrong can't sing. He does
Yeah.
acoustic stuff.
Yeah.
You know, Bob Dylan, Tom Petty,
I can help keep you in fucking key.
Neil Young,
Yeah, that's
help you with
that's
your
probably,
melodies.
And that's the thing.
Tom Waits.
with false
go
chord
on.
singing. With false chord singing, as long as you're in the general area of the key, it's pretty easy, at least for me, to be there
Yeah.
and hit my notes and stuff. But singing, it's like I end up, if I'm like singing, I end up like gravelly and raspy, and I think that sounds, you know.
Well, if you're gonna do
Fine,
some
but-
fucking hard written acoustic songs, that
Yeah.
might be the best way to go with you.
Yeah. Because I mean, I wouldn't expect, Mr. Opera like
Right.
with you. I would expect that. I smoked cigarettes for 10 years, and
Yeah.
I drink whiskey. Like that's the kind of voice I would gravelly and raspy. Like
Right.
that's what I would expect. If I
Listen
heard
to like
you,
C6 Steve and shit like that.
yeah. Like if you sounded like
You're-
John Croce, I'd be like, what? What?
Yeah.
Not knocking John Croce. I like him, thanks to Rebecca, but like she turned me on to him. That's one of the guys I told you to listen to. That dude is a songwriter.
Yeah.
Like, look, I told you, I think we were partying. We were drunk, but I told you
Yeah.
to listen to that song Operator. Like,
Oh yeah.
Dude,
I
it's-
vaguely remember, but I
yeah.
don't remember.
You-
We'll
have you ever
listen
heard
to
of
it on
Vince?
the ride home for sure.
Operator by Jim Croce. Oh,
I'll put it on my fucking list though.
yeah. It's one of those songs to me. It's like listening to it. It's like, okay, I was in love. I'm still in love and I'm hurting. Now I'm over it.
Yeah.
And it's like it's different stages of the grieving process, like of somebody that you were head over heels for. You know,
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
not
That's just-
necessarily like a song about one person. It's the process of going through a breakup.
It's not the person, it's the process.
Yeah.
You know,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, which is cool.
I don't listen to a whole lot of
Dude
breakup
was
stuff,
really-
but I found one of the songs that I wrote is like kind of like a breakup song. I mean, it
The
basically
guy was
is
really
like a
young
breakup
too
song.
when he
It's weird.
died.
I haven't
think
been
he
in a
was
relationship
30.
for like 4 years, and I wrote a breakup song. Like,
Well, I mean, you
No,
know, we all cope differently.
yeah.
Absolutely. You might be getting some shit out of you that you needed to get out then.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what writing is
Right.
for me. You know, like it has to like develop. I guess.
Lyrically, I'm struggling too.
That's my strong suit.
that's
So
yeah.
that's
If you really
another
want
thing. Like
help,
I wanted you to
that's-
help me work
yeah.
on because I have fucking great ideas. And I never air it out because like I never know if I can make it come to fruition because there's a part of my confidence that's lacking right now in
Yeah.
myself. Like I don't know if I can get it out of here
Yeah.
and onto the computer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a dope writer, so
Well, yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
I mean, just even
He
like
is.
helping me flesh out shit on the guitar,
Yeah.
like writing, like
honestly, my biggest
Yeah.
my biggest thing that I tell people who want to write lyrics or write lyrics, because I've had some people, because not everybody gets so into a local band they go learn the words, but some people do, and some people ask me like, what is it that you did, blah blah blah, and like the honest answer is when you first started playing guitar, were you good at it?
fuck
No, you had to practice. So practice writing. I have at all times 80 to 90 fucking different notes in my phone that are all lyrics.
I
And
have
I go
the same
through. I'll
thing.
go
I'm
through and
just like,
delete like 20. Like I'll clean it out
Wow.
once in a while, and
I feel weird about it because I feel like I'm being angsty,
yeah,
and like it's weird for me. But like some of the ideas I'm doing, like I wanted to do one more acoustic fucking EP.
yeah,
I just wanted one more, get it out of my system, fucking lay it to bed, just because it's where I started.
yeah,
And then like I wanted to do something like funky and heavy.
yeah,
yeah.
But the acoustic thing I wanted to do is I wanted to write a kind of like a almost a narrative. I wanted to write about grieving,
yeah.
but I wanted each song to be a different process in the grieving process.
So kind of like a concept.
like a
little-
concept album,
Yeah,
Yeah.
except like more like I wanted it to be very existential.
hmm
And it's just it's a shit I need to work out of my head.
yeah.
Like,
And
Yeah.
here's one thing that I do kind of lack in is writing in metaphors. I'm a pretty like to the point person, hence why I play fucking hardcore music that's to the point music, and I write to the point lyrics generally. But I mean, I think I can still tell a story in a proper way to like explain a certain situation that really has nothing to do with you or I, but still make a story.
Yes, because you can apply it to yourself in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows, everybody has lost someone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and when you write something like this and you approach it,
And you do it well, and you approach it from a sincere place, and like a place that's like,
even if it's the both of us like writing it,
mhm.
it's still the same idea, but we're both fleshing out the same feelings for a different reason.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that makes it relatable to everyone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, like for example, the opening track on the last recording I was on with Nervous Aggression, Attack.
Mhm.
I wrote the lyrics to that,
Yeah, you did.
and they weren't. I mean, he
You
knew
pretty much wrote that whole song. I mean,
Yeah.
he had an idea for how to play it on guitar, and Alex does basically the same thing. He just added
made it,
a couple of
made it
slides
better.
and
Made it better.
you know, yeah, he just made it flow more.
But like you know,
it
I
wasn't so
had the lyrics
16
originally, and I was like, "Here, I want to try this," and he looked at him and made them better, and I was like, "Yeah, that's what I was trying to say."
I just
And
tied
I-
them together. Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
no. Emmert wrote most of the lyrics for that. Now that
Really?
I'm thinking
Oh,
about
yeah.
it. He
Wow.
wrote. But I wrote, I think, the second verse, and he wrote the first verse. That
But I
first
mean,
verse
like,
is
y-
lit too.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like you guys got it. Like, oh yeah, that's what I was trying to say, not just you know.
Yeah, I mean, it was
my
very
10
basic. I
words.
mean, it's like if you just kind of know how to guitar and be like, I have this idea for a song in my head. Do what you want with it, but it's like here, and you like show the chord progression.
Yeah.
Like, it's up to the other person. That's pretty much. I mean, that counts as writing the song to me, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
Um,
but I
I'd say-
mean,
I
it was
think-
your idea. It was just like given to a guy who specializes in guitar.
and lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I at this point in my game that I would work better with a writing partner.
Oh yeah.
You know
and
what I
that's-
mean?
Yeah.
It's just It's just
Well,
easier for me.
I say all the time, and I don't say to you enough, or I don't know if I say to you at all, but I really think, no, I don't think, I know you're good enough to, like, go work for some label, AJ, and write some bullshit pop song and make, $10,000 on this one and 5,000 here.
Yeah,
and
but
a
to get a
million here.
position like that, you got to know people.
Yeah, but I mean, you're good enough though to write lyrics for other bands and
Probably
sell it
could,
and,
yeah.
and copyright that and make it yours.
Yeah.
Like,
I was thinking about making beats for rappers.
yeah. I mean,
'Cause-
there's nothing wrong with that. If you're good at it and people like it, do it.
Yeah.
Sell it.
Because I could be one of the only producers out there that actually plays an instrument.
Yeah.
A lot of them play this little fucking 18-key keyboard right in front of me, but, like, how many of them can actually pick up a bass and play it? Or
Right.
like, I was
Actually-
thinking of, like, fusing, like, drum samples and shit I wrote, like, with the MIDI keyboard and fusing it with, like, real instruments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would actually say shout out to Doof, my boy Steve Shannon, for sure. He's
Yeah,
he's
he can play.
he's like master level fucking saxophone player, or was in high
Really?
school for a high schooler. He was like Emmert, like with music, but instead of playing guitar, he started doing beats.
But
and
he was
he's-
also-
it's like really good.
But he was also one of those people, like, if you handed him a guitar, give him like an hour and he's like,
He'll get a noise out of it.
seriously- I
Yeah.
let him
He's
borrow
so
my
good at
guitar
it.
for like 3 days, and he figured out scales that I've never known. He's like, and this is this note, and like, I was like, I don't even tune to a tuner. I just like, this is my E now, and then tune the rest of the way like that. You know?
can do the 5th fret tune all the way down it.
That's basically
Yeah.
it, yeah. And he's like, "Oh no, this is this scale, and this is the." And I think he had a tuner. I let him use my, but
Yeah,
yeah, and he
tune-
just like figured it out on his own.
Man, when you start, like, figuring shit out like that, that's stuff like that's
I
really
mean, that's like
important.
Yeah.
that's another level too, though.
Like,
Like people
That's
like him.
someone, yeah. That's someone
That's
born with
autistic
some
kinda
shit
shit.
that I don't
Yeah.
have yet. The shit
Some
that I have,
Asperger's, motherfucker.
the shit that I have, I think that makes me, stand out from everybody else when it comes to the music world is my performance, how I perform. I
Yeah.
think a lot of the time, which, the last time you saw us, I wasn't really performing. I was just running through the set. But like, and I don't perform it. I try to perform at every show, but I can only do so much. And like, okay, I'm starting to breathe heavy, and everyone's still just standing there looking at
Yeah.
me like,
Dude, it's
not
hard
gonna
with
go that
crowds
hard.
anymore because everybody's
Yeah.
just
But
fucking.
then- dude, when
gooning at you.
last time we played Cincy, it was incredible. The place was packed and every fucking buddy was moving.
God damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was crazy.
He can whip a crowd. It's crazy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I've
dude,
seen him do it.
I was getting into it.
I just made
so.
people dance. You
Yeah.
guys made a mosh.
Yeah.
My favorite though, like how he was talking about performance, it would have been one of my last shows. We played in Kent, I think. Yeah, at the new
Stone Tavern at
Stone
Michelle's.
Tavern. Yeah, just that night, just like I had my drums. I was
That
gonna
was
unload
that
'em.
was one of our best sets.
And one of the
yeah.
one of the other drummers was like, "Oh, you go ahead and use my set. Just use your own breakables, meaning cymbals." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, cymbal, snare, fine. Use my own stuff."
Yeah.
So, which makes my job a lot easier.
Oh,
was like-
fuck yeah.
yeah. So
There was
I
like
did
10
that.
people there, and 4 of them were sitting at tables in the back, but we still fucking we
But
were on that.
it
night.
just-
That makes a difference in the ride there.
Yeah, yeah, it does. And then like everybody's like, I don't know. We just played, and afterwards, everyone like, it affected everybody watching that differently. I think
Yeah.
because we were
That was
all
the night we
so
debuted.
on.
That was the night we debuted "Heroin Is Ugly" live, I believe.
Second night.
Second night. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. First time we did it was in Atlanta.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
In Athens,
or Athens. Yeah,
Yeah.
Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia.
But yeah, I mean, we played that, and we played it like perfectly.
Yeah, we did really well.
That's a good
and
feeling when you nail a song for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Live.
but it was just like I don't know. It's just that I'm sure you may have felt it. Just that oh shit, like these people get it. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody there got it and walked. Whether it's your 40th time seeing us or your first, I think everybody walked away with something like, these guys have something to say.
Yeah.
And I like that there are people that are starting to see that with you now. That, oh, shit, like, they're not just some band, hence the song Your Band Sucks, talking about, like, the same 10 things, anarchy, beer, party,
Yeah.
all over and over. It's like,
That's a new song I have, actually. Some new lyrics I have.
what, anarchy, beer, party, over?
The song's called Beer and Anarchy. It was inspired by, you were like, yeah, but I just can't live on beer and anarchy
Oh.
forever. But the song is, the lyrics are meat as murder patches on leather jackets and G.G.
Oh,
Allen
yeah.
shirts on anti-rape activists, uninspired bullshit copying everybody else. We're not like you anyway. We're on our own shit. The chorus is don't try to tell me about beer and anarchy. Don't try to tell me about beer and anarchy. So, and I kind of like sing it a little more, like I hit more notes
Yeah.
in it.
I'm, I'm gonna figure out your guitar to do one of your songs and do an acoustic cover of it.
You should. That would be awesome.
I'll do a ukulele cover.
There you go.
That'd be
funny.
fucking
That'd be
hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, well, dude, we're about an hour 10.
Oh man.
Hey, man, thank you
We're
for
in.
filling in for JP
For
while he's
sure,
on
man.
hiatus.
Yeah.
I appreciate the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
So you guys get to hear LeRoii every week till JP decides he wants to come back.
We could probably do, if you want, a UFC recap next week.
Fuck yeah, I want to.
Yep.
We can do it. Dude, we can do it whatever the fuck we want. This is
Yeah,
the
for
goddamn
sure.
Modern Savage podcast.
Yeah.
All right, man. The shitstorms are coming, and we're bringing it. Oh, no, I don't know what that was about. I'm sorry. We'll see you guys next week. Oh, Blake, thank you for being here, too. I'm sorry.
Anytime.
I didn't
Be
forget
back.
you.
Fuck you,
Yeah.
Blake.
Yeah,
Fuck
right.
you, Blake.
Everybody.
Bye.